All right, why? Because they stood up for him, man. They protected him, all right. They protected his name, all right, when he wasn't there to stand up for himself, man. The only thing that we're not able to do right now is get on your ass. Why? Because our friend is he's going to do that personally. We got to wait for him to get back to do so.
I'm going to tell you, because Acts 4:12 will get you jumped, boy. See what they try to do to me now. Don't let down. Precept, then precept.
This is Jude chapter 1, verse 21. Keep yourselves in the love of Yahweh, looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahweh Shai.
How you keep yourself in the love of Yahweh? Through the truth. You're gonna be granted the wisdom to direct your footsteps aright. You know what I'm saying? So you can walk smoothly in the course of Yahweh by Shemel Shai all the way to the end. Go ahead.
Looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Why do we need mercy? Life. Because of our transgressions, bro. So now, to get that clean slate white, we got to get it washed through Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to jump to the main point. Verse 23. And others saved with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh. That's it.
So we have to have on a righteous garment, a clean garment put on. How do we get that new garment put on? Through the Spirit of the Lord. Because we once walked around naked. Right, then we put on the covering of his world. That goes all the way back to Genesis, right? Now we're taking off the covering of the world, taking off the mortal, putting on the immortal covering of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai.
Hey, Con, we had the wrong answers to the test, man. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shai took the test first, all right, and came back showing us how to pass the test, man. You know, so therefore, 2/3 of our people, they don't want to take that route. They want, hey, shit, you already took it, man. Why would you know what I'm saying? Hey, they don't want to go through that, man. They don't want to go through the trial and tribulation that you have. They don't want to be put in that furnace, you know? So rather they take the easy way out. Oh, yeah, man, this, that, and the third. Hey, nah, man, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai set it up this way, man. You got to go through this path. You can't go here and take this shortcut to get there, man. Hey, that's why he laid the blueprint out for us, you know? So therefore, we have to stand for our friend, all right, and to uphold what he stood for, man.
And another thing, too, I just thought about it. But a lot of jakes nowadays, they say a friend is only a friend if they with you wrong or right. And a lot of times, Jake is wrong 99.9% of the time going against the Lord. And that just shows the selfishness behind it, because that shows that you don't value the friendship of the Lord. Because if you don't value that friendship, you're gonna want him to compromise to fit your lifestyle,
right?
A lifestyle of wickedness, which don't line up. And that's where you see a lot of the times, yeah, I know God, but God knows my spirit. Man, fuck out of here, man. That shit ain't nothing but BS.
Right. A friend ain't a friend unless he leave with you wrong or right. You got me fucked up. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're my friend and you let me sit out here and be wrong, you're not my friend, bro. Because you let me go down to a path of destruction. If I'm out here crashing out, being a crash dummy, willing to lay it all on the line, lose everything, and you really right there willing to do it with me, you a dummy too. We both some dummies. All right, we need somebody that's gonna direct our friendship right through the Spirit of the Lord, man. That's gonna correct us when we're wrong.
A simple way: if somebody, or if you or somebody call you a friend and they got something on their face, like a piece of food or something like that, and you look at them dead in their face all day, and you don't tell them what's on their face, you're not a friend.
Right. You're gonna let them walk around in humiliation.
Right.
You're not gonna let them clean themselves off. That goes with the garment. You see a stain on the brother garment, man. Help him clean it, man.
This is Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. And that's, hey, when you see your brother and doing things against the law, you teach him and you show him and rebuke him, and that's a correction. That's really love.
God.
And it says, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. That means correct him when he going off, and that brother will love you for it if he's following the ways, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
And within that, always make sure you rebuke yourself too. Right? You want to make sure you cleaning your garment. You don't want to walk around with a whole bunch of stains on your garment, but you got a magnifying glass putting it to everybody else's. You know, you got to make sure you're directing your friendship, your footsteps are right when it comes to things like that. There's another precept.
Just to back up the point that the brother Arakar made earlier about us standing and up for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, showing that we are his true friends. This is the Sirach 37:5. It says, there is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, and taketh up the buckler against the enemy. So there's a friend that is really a friend that's going to help. That's going to take up the buckler, protect another friend from the enemy. Though, you know, bad mouthing or whatever you want to call it, character assassination. Also standing for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, because there's a lot of people trying to badmouth the Lord. Well, they're not trying, they are bad mouthing, but nonetheless, we are his friends, so we stand up and take up that buckler and protect our friend's reputation, because the truth of the matter is we know who our friend is, and we know that the things that people are saying are not true about him.
Hey, for prime example, Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, all right? So if we hear anything go contrary to the truth that the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua has taught us, all right, throughout the generation, we go against that, man. All right, and guess what? And it says, and the Lord shall fight for you. That shows a bond of our friendship right there within itself, man. So by us doing this, all right, hey, the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is not showing it physically, but he's showing it spiritually, that he still have our back in order for us to continue to still fight for the truth, man.
And
you know?
Fighting for the truth until death is, you're going to ask yourself, what is the Lord, well, you should ask yourself, what does the Lord look like? How did the Lord act in his day-to-day life? And you want to look up the lifestyle of the Lord, Yahweh when he walked here on the face of the earth. And you're going to go into the scripture, you're going to go into the laws. You're going to go into how he looked, how he thought, how he acted, how he treated everybody.
Right, and like, go, check this out. Let's take this scenario, all right? I think of what in Revelation chapter 5, where it shows, I looked and lo, it looked as if there was a lamb slain. So the Lord brought his own body back up to the heavens, right? and you know, Yahweh Shai came doing the Father's business, and he came to show the Yahweh and the heavenly host what they did for him, to him, because of his main purpose. So imagine when the Lord gets down here, and he's seeing all the persecution that we're going through for protecting his name. And his mindset is going to be the same thing. They did all this to y'all for protecting my name. Watch out, I got this. Right. He said, wait ye upon me till I rise up against the prey. He's gonna have a judgment against them, man. You know?
Hey.
And he took the judgment for us. He took the judgment for us when he went on the cross. That was him taking up the buckler, which is a mini small shield. It's a companion shield. And he took up the buckler by defending us from our own sins.
Yeah.
And from the judgment that comes with it.
That's a true friend, man.
They ain't gonna defend us against Esau like y'all saying.
That shows the true friend. I mean, we can't amount to Yahweh Shai, but we can damn sure try.
Yeah, he said defending, also he shall deliver.
Also he shall deliver. And we're looking for deliverance. As we're down here to defend. We're defending his name, but he's gonna physically defend us, man.
Hey, Con, man. Hey, damn, Con.
We're gonna have a sword.
Defend us from this bullshit right here.
Hey, when the enemy come rushing in like a flood.
Chase road. Ain't gonna be a chase road.
I can't.
Behind, well, listen. Oh, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? All right, the car you was in? All right. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 133:1. Behold, how good, how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. And that's as one, like Yahweh B'Hashem Shai is in agreement. We in agreement with the Lord. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Shai, commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Hey, and that's, the Lord got us in agreements. He woke us up to the truth and brought us to agreements, and we in agreements with him. And that same ointment, healing, you know what I'm saying, it came upon our heads, and we received it, and we bringing it back to the people through the spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Shai, all the way through the body, through those that want to hear, those that hear the word of the Lord and hearken unto the voice of the Lord. That's the men on the highways and byways.
What's that? The early and the latter rain. You know, going down to the least brother in his truth. You know, from the elders and apostles, Elder Abba Bevis, all the way down to the least brother that's going to come to this truth. You know, what they call them, last hour.
Somebody get Songs of Solomon chapter 1, verse 2, all the way to 3. Right? So that ointment, right? I want to be poured on me. Shoot. I want to look greasy around this, like I got a curl around this thing.
The oil, that cup running over. You know what I'm saying? That cup running all over. You got baby oil all over, boy.
I want to be sliding all over the place. Verse 2. Song of Solomon.
This is the Song of Solomon, chapter 1, Verse 2, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is an ointment. Thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore, do the virgins love thee?
He's gonna kiss me the lips of his mouth, man. Give me that. Speak unto me that wisdom that you have, that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Pour onto those blessings, that ointment upon me. Therefore, do the virgins love? Those are the wise virgins that were chosen by Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And that ointment, that oil is what we're gonna use to trim these lamps, man. When it starts to get real dark, and we gotta go out and meet the husbandman, we're gonna be able to trim our lamps because the same way he poured it upon Aaron. Aaron was known as the high priest. Now through the order of Melchizedek, we're all able to be high priests under the order of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Therefore, the ointment is poured on what? To the virgins that love him, man. So that's how we become the true friends. The 5 are the true friends. The other 5, the foolish virgins, are the enemies of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
Hey, Con, you know how shit, like today in the world, man, you got your best friend bracelets and shit. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have a spiritual insignia for us, man, which is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in order for him to recognize us of those that are his friends, man, or those that are not, man.
Right, because the Negro Latino, the Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man. The Father's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahushua, Zaquan.
Revelation 14:3, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 angels, 4 beasts, and the elders, the elect. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins.
Those are the virgins that I was talking about, man, in Songs of Solomon. That have that ointment, that kiss the mouth of his lips, man. Those are the ones that were spoken the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Those are the wise virgins that have the oil to trim their lamp. Those are the ones where no God was foul in their mouth. Why? Because they spoke nothing but 100% truth. That's it, bottom line. Those are the ones that are friends of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
He blessed the right, we're blessing the right with him.
That's right. These were redeemed from among men. Being
separated from his enemies, man.
Yep. Being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb, his friends.
That's us. That's us.
Hey, hey, no, hey, man, hey, my sheep hear my voice, man. Hey, so Con, man, hey, when our friend is talking, all right, beforehand, back in the days too, as well, when he was down here walking the earth physically, all right, hey, his true fans was listening to him now, man. That's how we're able to listen and pay attention to this day too as well, man. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets, man. You know, so therefore we're able to continue to speak for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua while he's not here, man. So therefore we're singing his song, all right, even though he's not here on stage to sing it himself, man. You know, so therefore if we're not down here singing this song of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, who will, man? Right. That's how he recognizes who his true friends are.
Man, the Lord love us, man. That's all I know, man. And he showed it. He showed it 2,000 years ago, and it's up to, he's gonna show it again.
Acts 1 and 11. 10. And while they looked, think about the friendship. Yeah. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel. They were watching their friend leave, Yahushua. Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, gonna do it again, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Then returned they unto Jerusalem. Right, this is after he was gone. So mine's in the mindset, the somber and the sadness from seeing your friend leave, or you know, even dying in a sense. But you know, just being excommunicated from us from this world. But he's alive. Then returned they unto Jerusalem from the mount called Olivet, which is from Jerusalem a Sabbath day's journey. And so it was like a whole day. And when they were come in, they went up into an upper room. So these was all gathered, the rest of the people that was there. Where there abode Peter and James and John and Andrew, all his friends. Philip and Thomas, Bartholomew, Matthew, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Simon Zealot, and Judas, the brother of James. And this is the point. And these all continued with one accord in prayer and supplication with the women and Mary, the mother of Yahushua, and his brethren. So our job is to what? Continue in the prayer and in the supplication. Continuing what Yahushua left on this earth for us to do. So that same mindset they were in, where they gathered together and went up into the upper room, for praying and supplication, thinking about Yahushua, we should be in that same mindset today. And think about him leaving 5 minutes ago.
Hey, continue to work over friends.
That's right, brother.
Hey, shit, that's just like you said earlier, Forrest Gump and Bubba, man. Shit, Bubba, you know, he passed and shit. Forrest continued the shrimp business, man. Hey,
Yeah.
shit,
Oh,
hey,
Yeah,
come
he
on.
picked up right where Bubba left off.
Industry. I mean, he made a
For
whole
real.
company and everything.
So that's not the type of love, like, you wasn't finna, like, shit blowing up everywhere. You wasn't finna stop Forrest Gump from going in there and getting Bubba.
Hey,
You wasn't finna stop him from doing that. Like, as we go through these trials and tribulations on this earth, you're not gonna, somebody get, was it Romans 8, who can separate us from the love of Yahushua?
That's what the Lord calls us his woman.
We up on the same point.
The woman, the word woman goes back to Eve, which means deals with sidekick. We're Yahushua's sidekick, man.
Yeah, Yahushua sidekick, meaning, like, just like,
Batman and Robin.
Huh?
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. Huh?
Romans 8.
Yeah, somebody got it. Yeah, go ahead.
Romans, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine?
Ain't nothing and none of that gonna stop us from carrying on that torch that Yahushua left behind for us to carry, man. What he said, if you love me, feed my sheep. And we're gonna constantly do that until he tells us, okay, now it's time to stop feeding. Now it starts, when he sticks in the sickle, he starts to reap, all right? And he starts bringing forth judgment and salvation, judgment to the wicked and salvation unto the elect. Ain't nothing gonna be able to stop us from doing the work that he set for us to do. Because why? Because we know what we're following the instructions of a true friend.
Right. Yeah, if you love your friend, man, you're gonna ride for him.
You're gonna ride for him.
You know?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach 22, verse 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him.
Hey, you can speak on that.
And if any evil happen unto me by him, everyone that heareth it will be aware of him. Well, really the first point, but just going back, man, it's the same concept. If you have a friend, you're gonna try to defend him, just like the elder was saying earlier. Yahushua had that shield, defending us against ourselves and from sin, just the same way as Forrest did with Bubba. He went back through hell and adversity to go grab him out of that situation, and guess what, man? They prevailed and they both lived. Same way with Yahushua. Yahushua is saving us from ourselves, man, saving us from sin and from the latter judgment, from the second death.
and at the same time, he was trying to find and save Bubba. While he was doing that, he was finding and saving other soldiers. He saved like a whole bunch of other soldiers completely by accident, looking for his friend. And that's the same thing that we're doing. We're doing everything in our power. We're looking for Yahushua, but us walking our path, others are seeing the path that we're walking, looking for Yahushua following us, and we pulling them out of the fire of this place.
He said what? You should not be ashamed to defend your friend. Mark 8:38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words, and this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Meaning, while we're here, the Lord commanded us to watch. And that word watch goes back into the word shamar, which means to guard or to watch or to defend. So we're here defending the Lord's doctrine, making it prickly, you know? That's why the Lord says it's hard to kick against the pricks. You're going to hurt yourself. So we're here to defend the Lord, and we shouldn't be ashamed of that. If you're ashamed to defend the Lord in this wicked-ass place, around these vain people, which are like extras in the movie, the Lord said he's going to be ashamed of you when it comes to the Father, when it comes to judgment. All right? Real quick. Real fast, because watch this. Here you go. It says this, Sirach 2 and 12. Woe be unto fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Right? The Lord going to spew you out. You can't serve God and mammon. You can't be cold or can't be lukewarm. You gotta be cold or hot. All right. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. So in the end of the day, this guy's not going to be defended either from what's coming. All right. So yeah, you know, so the Lord ain't going to defend him. Right. So yeah, if you're at enmity with the Lord and you in disbelief, that means you're not defending the Lord's truth. You're not defending the Lord's doctrine. You're not defending what the Lord did for it by putting himself on the cross for us 2,000 years ago. A so-called black man named Yahushua. They lied to us, man. His true name is Yahushua. All right. So if you won't defend that, the Lord ain't gonna defend you. Right. When that day comes, man. You see that? He said, defending also he shall deliver, man.
They're gonna be looking for defense and deliverance at that time, but they ain't gonna get nothing but a missile.
That's right.
That's it. Okay.
Hey, let's land back on the elder, the bishop, the brothers. All right, it's Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, by Shema Shai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And that's the service. That's what the elders are talking about. This is the job that Yahweh Shema Shai has given us through giving us this understanding, this knowledge, is to preach the word, preach the truth.
Good, man. All right, so we present our bodies as a living sacrifice for our friend. Just like how he presented it, not in the fashion that he did it, because we're not worthy to do that. Neither do we have the spirit to be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to go through what Yahushua went through. That's why we get a fraction of adversity that he went through. You know? Somebody else have to say something? Yeah, let's get that back to that Romans real quick.
This is Romans 8. You want to start with 35 again?
Yeah.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
Right, we go through it all day long. The flesh is being killed all day long, but guess what's being revived? The spirit. And guess what's going to stand tall in that day? The spirit. And guess what it's going to be connected to? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because when Yahushua shows up, we shall see him for as he is, so we shall be like him. Can you imagine that? Not only we're already as one as like mind, but we're going to be just like him. In the same, we're not going to be as glorified as him, but we're going to have a little bit of glory. A little bit is enough for me.
Right. How about we all got different starts but the same outcome?
Come.
We all started from different parts of the story, but we all pushing toward that same expected end.
That same expected end, which is the end is glory for eternity.
Yep. Until we all reach the full stature and measure of Yahushua and faith.
And when we're all sealed and we put our total trust in the Lord, well, some furniture gonna start moving. Put some on there. Say it again.
Nay, in all things we're conquerors.
Yeah.
All right, Romans 8 and 37. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
We are more than conquerors through him that loved us, man. More. That means exceeding, like extra. More, not just this level up here.
Yeah, any level of conquering you can think of on the earth. Lionheart the Conqueror.
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah, more than that. Alexander, whoever you could think of, this is more than conquering, man.
This is 1 Corinthians.
All right, go ahead, bring it up.
Just to get what the bishop had brought out a minute ago, this is 1 John 3 and verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
We don't know what we shall be. It's going to be something.
Just like when Yahushua was on the scene, it didn't appear what he was going to be. You know, we in that same
he came in riding on the donkey, but they expected something totally different. But they couldn't see what he was going to be. But they're going to see when he returns, though.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Can you imagine looking at your house shine and you looking into a mirror? Can you imagine that? And that's what we're being prepped and built for. That's why we got to let everything carnal go. We have no room to take anything personal anymore.
Yeah, we ain't going to be passing out no more when we see him. We're going to be able to stand in front of his presence and look at him. And look upon him, you know?
And live.
Yeah, we ain't going to be passing out like John did, John the Revelator. He died like 3 times talking to the Lord.
Man, get up, man, get him up. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine now people going to be passing out when they see us?
Yeah.
Imagine that, bro. Like, the Lord is prepping us. There's a reason why, like, I mean, we can take offense to the things that we see in the world, but we cannot take it personal. Because we're conditioned, we're commissioned to go through these things, man. Because it's a character building, and we're being built into that true character of Yahweh Shai. That's what the Lord, that's what Yahweh is building us into, and he's using Yahweh Shai to do that. He's also using Esau to do that. He's using 2/3 of our people to do that. That's why they got to come against us. The more they come against us, the more persecution that we go through, the more character building we get, and the closer we get to the end. To become that full stature of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. We got to go through it, so accept it and take it. Let's go. Zaquan.
This is Revelations, Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Because our friend is the one that's putting us through. It's like a boot camp, man. We gotta go through that simulator room that we did like we in X-Men, man. We gotta go through all these things, and it's a beautiful thing. Because guess what? Everything else that everybody else is going through is vanity.
Right. Imagine a tree saying it doesn't want to go through the seasons.
They don't want to die and come back to life.
Right. They don't want to go through its phases. You know, to become the blossoming tree that it's meant to be.
Imagine a caterpillar saying, I don't want to go through metamorphosis.
Yeah, they'll never fly.
They'll never fly. You know? Even, you know, but we have to go through these things. And it's a beautiful thing to go through these things, right? Imagine, because like, I watched a documentary about Navy SEAL training and the rigorous training that they got to go through in order to get to that SEAL badge, man. That honor, that signet that they get. Well, we're going through the same thing. We're going through a basic, extensive training to get that SEAL badge of the Tawad, the exemption of judgment, to have our Father's name written in our foreheads. So who are we to complain about anything that we have to go through? We should be happy that we're going through these things. You know what? Because guess what? It's a purpose. It's not done in vain. 2/3 of our people are going to go through hell. But guess what? It said, let the multitude perish that were born in vain, but let my grape be kept.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Because that's a lot of, all right, now the persecution is built to what? To build up hardness in a soldier, all right? To condition a soldier, and also it's there to put 2/3 out of the way because they ain't gonna be able to go through it. And it's there to show the elect how much that they're able to go through, because the Lord already knows what we could take. We just don't know because we haven't been through it yet. And as we go through it, as we come out on the other side, it's so much refreshing, just like how we're going through the Day of Atonement is coming up. Like it's rough going through the Day of Atonement, 24 hours without nothing. But then the way you feel at the end is the glorious moment. So therefore we're able to endure it. Go ahead, Zaquan.
2 Ezra 7 and 6. There is another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
Right.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Right. Like, so we gotta be like, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? What the Marine jarheads were like they look at danger, they get hyped. They get hyped. They want to run through that shit. Like they ready for it. All right, that's exactly how we got to be when we're faced with adversity. We got to be still and listen to the voice. Which way should I go now, Lord? All right, I see this dangerous path. I'm going straight through it. Just let me know which direction I need to go once I get to the end of this path.
And only one path between the both. Even between the fire, adversity, and the water, affliction.
Hey, real quick, so our record just gave me this saying right here that he saw, right? It says, I asked God, why are you taking me through troubled waters? He replied, because your enemies can't swim. Right? So now we're going, he's taking us through places nobody else can go. You know, only we can go through these paths. That's why we're chosen to go through them.
Yep. Just like going through the Red Sea.
Come on. Right. Yes, when we went through the Red Sea, what happened to when Pharaoh and them tried to go through?
And if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before him, this is what you're saying, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Also Israel's portion, man. So we got to fight.
Proven ground.
Proven ground. Proven ground. It's already been proven. The Lord is already. It's already been proven to the Lord because He chose us, and He already knows what we can endure and go through. It has to be proven unto us, so that's why we have to go through it. So it's, listen, we don't have no control over what we finna go through, right? But let's change our mindset. Have that mindset. Okay, I've already been through it. I'm already at the other side. I just haven't physically made it there yet. If we have that mindset that we've already been through it, it makes it a whole lot easier. Go ahead.
All right, real quick. All right, here we go. It says, now, 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you.
Right.
It happened before. It happened before. Now you good.
Right. So it happened before, and guess what? We got through it. Can you imagine how listen, we were with Yahushua. Some of us got beheaded. We all got persecuted right there along with them. And we made it. We made it now. We're here to reap our reward. So we can't stop now. Go ahead.
But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye shall be glad also with exceeding joy.
So we shall be glad with exceeding joy, man. Be glad that we're even able to go through this. We're chosen to go through this. It said, through much tribulation, we shall inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. Inherit it. So how can we get this inheritance if we don't go through the danger? We got to go through it. We've already been through it. I mean, it's not a cakewalk. I ain't talking like I'm Superman or Juggernaut, but I'm gonna act like I am until something else tells me I'm not. But the Lord told me I can go through anything as long as I have Him on my mind. Hey. Through Yahushua, I'm able to accomplish anything.
Really quick, my woman, she was having a really bad day, but she said that she was gritting and bearing like the whole time. She kept a strong face, you know, I got this shit. But as soon as she saw me, she put her head in her chest and started crying. She was like, man, I had a long day. It was this, it was that. But when she wasn't around me, she was just cool, strong face. That's how we are to the Lord. Going off what you said, we're gonna keep a calm poker face. We're gonna keep that calm mind. We're gonna keep that austere nature. But once we get to the Lord, we're gonna pour out our tears unto Him.
We're gonna pour all out to the Lord and get Him to. They did that. I'm telling everything. I'm a snitch to the Lord.
We're telling right now.
For real.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Because we got no choice to be strong. This Yahushua, man. That one Passover that we did, that the Zaquan did the breakdown of what actually Yahushua went through when we did the Passover in Yahweh's house. That right there did something to me because, like, I knew what would happen, but not to that magnitude. I didn't know that much detail about what Yahushua went to in order for me to have us to have a chance at salvation. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I gotta tighten up my belt strap and suck it up, and just like how do the buffaloes do? They run through the storm, because guess what? You get through it quicker when you run through it instead of running from it.
Hebrews 4:15. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities.
Right, because He understands it.
But was in all points. You say you tempted with women and all of that. But was in all points tempted like as we are.
But how many trying to run up on Yahushua, man? Like he was tempted with every single thing. It's like, go ahead.
But was in all points tempted like as we are, yet was He without sin. So He conquered it. He didn't slip. He went through the narrow way with trials on both sides, and He didn't fall. He stood sturdy.
He stood sturdy. So we must do the same thing. We're not going to be perfect, but through faith in Yahushua, we're perfect in faith. How about that? We're perfect in faith. We're perfected in faith, right? And he picks up the slack for everything else. So that's what a true friend does.
Yeah, the moon is a perfect reflection of the sun. So it don't have to be the sun. It just have to reflect that light perfectly and do what it do.
And that's what we're here to do.
Yep.
That's exactly what we're here to do.
Yep.
See what you did there. I like that. I've been catching things. I've been catching.
Back at 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. And
That's a lesson, though. That's a lesson. That's a lesson, man.
And it says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
We just go through it. Don't entangle ourselves in it. We just go through it because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know that they're the Most High's chosen people, man. Father's name is Yahushua. Father's name is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahushua, man. We're gonna be able to get. We're gonna be getting out of this hellhole called America that does nothing but persecute us. But we gotta endure hardness as a soldier, man. All right, go ahead.
That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Come on, to please him that's chosen to be a soldier. We're chosen by Yahweh Shah to be a soldier, man. Go back and read that again. To the first part.
Verse.
Yeah.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Keep going.
And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men.
And commit thou to faithful men. So we have a job to do right here as we're going through this hard times right here. So how do we do that? But we got to make sure we prep ourselves as in doing that. All right, go ahead, bring that out.
This is Psalm chapter 51, verse 12. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit.
Right, so as we're going through this persecution and everything, but he's restoring into us the joy of his salvation, right? And as he's restoring that into us, he's doing that through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the truth, right? He said, and then what he said, commit unto faithful men, right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, Psalms 51. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee.
Those are those faithful men that are going to listen to the words that are being spoken of us through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Yahweh Shem Yahushai through us. But we're going to be corrected and cleansed first because we have to go through this persecution. Everybody's going to go through it. We got to go through it. But what is it? Keep going. Hold on.
Verse 14, it says, deliver me from blood guiltiness, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness.
So we're singing aloud on Revelation 14. We're singing that song. We're singing it aloud of the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Verse 15, O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
Right. The only sacrifice we can give is presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. We can't slaughter no sheep and goats and doves anymore. The Lord don't want that. Because all we were doing is just having barbecues. We were sacrificing something every 5 minutes because sacrificing of animals wasn't turning away from sin. So Yahushua became the ultimate sacrifice, dying for his friends, man. You see that? See that? So now our sacrifice becomes us presenting our bodies as living sacrifices. But just like we have to present ourselves as if, like he told us to present ourselves when we go through fasting, anoint thy head, and don't make your faces pierce as you're going through fasting. When we're going through these rough situations, we got to come out here standing 10 toes down, standing on business. We can't show the affliction on our face. We got to gird ourselves as men.
But that's what happened during the time when it was kind of like when they was rebuilding the walls, right? They had to keep that strong composure, that poker face, always ready to fight. And we do this, and that's the same thing that we do now, as we're building, and also while we're also sacrificing to deliver ourselves. So in the midst of that, man, that's one of the hardest things ever, because you got so much stuff weighing down on you. But Yahweh Shah said, man, his burden is light, his yoke is easy. So everything that's made hard unto us, man, the Lord has given us the option and the way and the flexibility in order to endure that. That's the same reason why it says, endure hardness as a good soldier. Because the Lord understands that it's a tough thing. This is not an easy thing to do. And that's why you see people that are hide behind the screen and try to do the work behind the screen, because they understand that this is a hard work. And those aren't friends of the Lord. Those are actually enemies until they come out and do what the Lord commanded them to do.
And then, like the 2/3 of our people, they'll push themselves through many sorrows just to get destroyed. They're walking down the path of wickedness, and they're doing all this work, getting all these goods. You know, they're being preserved for judgment. They're not gonna have a reward for their works. They think they know the Lord. They think they're walking the right path. They're not walking the right path. They're walking in darkness, groping around, trying to find their way. But we have a more.
I got an interjection for you. You can break this down. It says, in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9, the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Damn, son. So but the Lord said He know how to reserve the wicked into the day of judgment. The same way that He has that expected end for him, He still has that expected end for His friends. And what's that expected end for His friends? Salvation. And that expected end for the unjust and the wicked and the ones that chose not to hear the friendship and hear the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna take part in that second death. The same ones that's not gonna have their name written in the book of life.
Same ain't know it after death by pain.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, and shit. What? Damn, Salaki. Order, man. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up order, man. 2/3 of our people can't take that. So therefore, hey, shit, they're gonna fall off. They're gonna be destroyed, man. They can't be told nothing. They feel like they know everything. All right. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up order. All right, in order for us to be saved, in order for us to receive salvation. All right. So therefore, hey, the godly are going to be delivered by order. Why? Because He commanded us to get out here, present our body as a living sacrifice, be admitted back to the marriage, feed His sheep. Hey, 2/3 of our people, they're not going to do that. They're going to feed their own selves, man. They're going to feed their own pockets, their own stomach, fill their own belly. They're not going to get out here and contend for the faith for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and stand up for Him and the others, man.
And we're also set here to be examples of showing endurance, of being able to go through persecution. That's why it said, for this cause we faint not. We don't faint. Like, we don't show ourselves to be, well, I can't go any further. No, we don't have time for that. We're supposed to show ourselves as men. Show ourselves that no matter how much affliction comes upon us, guess what? That faith is going to kick in and pull us all the way through.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. Sure. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
So if you're going through it, that means the Lord said you can take it.
But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah, so we have that escape route, that sanctuary, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So we're able to bear it, man. It's just the flesh that will make you confused and act like you can't. It's all fleshly things, man, that make anything that comes against you, your endurance is all according to the flesh. That's with anything. Like when you're running, the flesh, the mind wants you to keep running. The flesh is telling you, no, I can't do no more. When you're lifting weights, it's all carnal. Everything is carnal. Everything that puts you to a stopping point where you feel like you can't go any further, that's all according to the flesh. Because the spirit will go on forever, because it's eternal.
Yep. 2 Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
So that's why, and the Lord we hear the voice of the Lord, like while the rest of the sheep are going to the slaughter, we're going in a different direction.
The way He left out for us.
Right.
Yeah, He said He's gonna make a way for it out of all the tribes.
So that's our way out. All right. Even though the outward man died daily, the new man is renewed, rejuvenated daily. All right. Boom and boom.
This is Mark chapter 8, verse 34. And we had called the disciples unto Him, with His disciples also. And when He had called the people unto Him with His disciples also, He said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Because that old man will try to trick you, try to come back alive and tell, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is too much. This is too much. No. That's why we become rejuvenated in that new man and that new mindset moving forward in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Then it said you got to deny yourself, because your flesh go on to look back. But the scripture say, remember Lot's wife. We supposed to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. we can't be like a dog returning to our own vomit. So
And then go ahead. And then the flesh might not always make you look back, but the flesh will try to make you look down. When you're being lifted up by the Lord, the flesh will try to make you look down.
Hey, come on. It's lucky. If I may add on, it's just like, think about like, hey man, once again, that friend coming to get you, hey shit, hey bro, hey, this shit about to go down, this about to crash out. And you say, well damn, I was about to go to this concert, man. Like, what you want to do, shit? You want to sit here and obtain salvation, or you want to go to this concert and die, you know? It's pretty much what it is, man. You want to sit here and indulge in folly, or you want to obtain salvation, man.
Okay, that's the rich man Yahushua was talking to. He didn't want to give up the things of the world and follow Yahushua. He didn't want to follow in his footsteps. He didn't want to walk that righteous path because he didn't want to walk straight and narrow. And they don't want to go. That go back to them not want to go through the affliction. So they're not sitting at the table with Yahushua. They want to sit at the party table with all the hooplas and the follies and all this other world. They can't walk spiritually.
Right. That's just like you telling everybody about the kingdom, right? You tell them about the kingdom first, right? Yeah, we're gonna have this, that, the third, many wide streets of gold, real food, everything, bro. We're gonna be able to go to play. Boy, I'm with it. All right, but this is what you gotta do. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, they start to back off a little bit because they're not willing to go to do what it takes. They're not willing to do what it takes to get there, man. You want to get that
just backing up the statement that the brother was making earlier, and it says Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 24, and it says, make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. And that's 2/3 of our people making friendship with Esau. You know, making friendship with this world, ultimately, that's going to cause them to get a snare to their soul and take that might be when the time comes, man. Back you up right here.
But they doing that. They chose the world as their friend. But this is Yahweh, this is the elect, the church. Song of Solomon 5:16. His mouth is most sweet, meaning his words. Yea, sweet like honey. You know, honey is for healing. Yea, he is altogether lovely. So everything about our friend is lovely, man. You see that? Not about the world. You can make the world your friend, but our friend, the church, the friends of the church, the called out, the elect, that's Yahushua. This is my beloved, all right? And this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. We're talking about the rest of 2/3. The ones that don't want to listen, the Israelites that don't want to listen. So they got their friend and we got our friend.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 9, Salakia chapter 12, verse 9. It says, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. Verse, okay. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Salakia, verse 8.
Paul was talking about the affliction and adversity that he was going through, right? All right, go ahead.
It says, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me.
Yeah, he thought he seeked the Lord because he wanted he was getting persecuted, like for it to depart from him. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness.
Right. So the Lord's strength is made perfect in weakness. We might appear to be weak, but that's the weakening of the flesh, and we're strengthening through the Spirit. All right. This is a spiritual journey that we're going through. We just have to go through it in these bodies, these fleshly bodies. Go ahead.
It says, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in mine infirmities.
We glorify in the persecution like Peter was jumping up and down because he got it behind whooped in the name of the Lord. You know? Go ahead.
That the power of Mashiach may rest upon me.
So that power is going to rest upon us. And when the world looked at us as being weak, but there lies the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the ultimate power resting upon us, man. That was it. That was verse 12.
Oh, not to verse 12.
Okay, yeah,
verse 10. It says, therefore I take pleasure in mine infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Hamashiach's sake.
Yeah, we take pleasure in that, man, because we understand why we're going through it. That we have a true understanding why we go through the things that we go through. And a lot of times we go through these things because the Lord is purging something out of us that He needs to get out of us. And then once we start to purge these things, start to purge out of us, our mindset starts to change when we go through these things. We start to be more still. We start to pray more, worry less. You know, we stop complaining. We just go through it. Go ahead.
It says, for when I am weak, then I am strong.
And that's the point. For when I am weak, I am strong, man. Go ahead, Zaquan.
Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 7. You were just saying everything in the job. Wherefore I prayed. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. He said prayer, right?
Yeah.
And I called upon Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Good.
And I preferred her before scepters and thrones.
Right. So we, like we're not gonna sit down at the king's table because we prefer what's given unto us by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's true wisdom, man. That's we sitting down at this table over there. Let them sit at that table over there. Our table over here.
I preferred her before scepters and thrones,
Good.
and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her.
So there's nothing that can on this earth that can compare what was been given unto us by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That true wisdom, man.
Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold is in respect of her is as a little sand,
Good, man.
and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out.
Right. So that's and that's the spirit of the Lord. That's never gonna go out, man. All right.
Yeah, even in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have no need of the sun. The Lord gonna bless us with that righteousness and that wisdom. All right, not saying the sun gonna go away, but talking about light.
Right. That goes into Revelation chapter 12 with the sun over her head and moon upon her feet.
Right.
We're not gonna need to have that anymore because the Lord is gonna forever be with us.
All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands, and I rejoiced in them all. The Lord gonna bless us to do the same. Because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. I learned diligently and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches.
So that's what we out here doing. Not hiding the riches, man. We give them to everybody who need them. You need some riches, I got you. I got you. You need some of this, I got you.
Right, that's what the Lord said. I know thy works and thy poverty, but thou art rich. For she is a treasure. See, the Lord said we found that treasure earlier. He that findeth a good friend findeth a treasure. For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friends of God. Hold on. You're gonna hear that on the camera.
Oh, it's like
Let me finish this scripture real quick.
constantly.
For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friends of God, being commended for the gifts that come from learning.
Where were you at? I thought it sounded like familiar to the...
You want me to read again?
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 14.
Okay.
For she is a treasure unto men that faileth not, which they that use become the friends of Yahweh, and being commended for the gifts that come from learning.
Yeah, for real. That comes from learning. I thought that was the scripture that I was going to use to close it out with, but it ain't. But yeah, so that's how we become friends. It goes all the way back to the point. Instead of a friend becoming not an enemy, man. She has to become a friend of Yahweh. And how do we do that? Through the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We got to know him to be his friend, man. You got to know him to be his friend. He said, my sheep hear my voice and they know me. His sheep are his friends. They know him. And he knows us. So therefore, when we're going through certain things, that's because our friend is right there with us. He's going to show us how much he's with us. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, 37:6. It says, forget not thy friend in thy mind, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches. You know, just going to the point, you know, the argument speaking about, man. Forgetting not thy friend. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Yahweh Shai is our shield and our buckler. They are the ones who's giving us the riches freely. Just as we have them, we should be giving them as well to others. You know, we freely receive, freely give. You know what I'm saying? But again, it says, forget not thy friend in thy mind. You know what I'm saying? It says what? And be not unmindful of him in thy riches. So when you rich on this side, always keep the Lord Yahweh Shai in your mind, man. Keeping your eyes single on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these riches on this side is uncertain. You know what I'm saying? It's diminishing. You know what I'm saying? But the ultimate riches, the everlasting riches, is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So keep them.
So let's get Sirach 6 and 15. We'll go all the way to 17.
This is Sirach chapter 6, verse 15. It says, nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Ain't nothing gonna countervail a faithful friend. Can't nothing countervail Yahweh Shai. And guess what? Can't nothing countervail Yahweh Shai to us, and can't nothing countervail us to Yahweh Shai. Because he created us faithful friends unto him. Understand that you have that the same duty and responsibility he had towards us, we have towards him. Because we are made that way. You know how you always say to people, don't hate me, I wasn't built like this. That's how he made us. It ain't nothing that we did. We were just chosen to be his friends. Go ahead.
It says nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is unvaluable.
So we already know Yahweh Shai is unvaluable to us. There's no value you can put on it. And there's no value you can put on the elect. He said he shall make a man more precious than fine gold. More precious than more precious than fine gold, man. You know? So there's no value on the elect, man. Compared to Israel, you can't put a price tag on the elect of Israel, man. The Lord won't allow you to do that. So we got to understand and know our value and know our worth, and walk in the courses of this world according to that. You know, even when we go through persecution, that's just showing more value. What do you do? You got to put pressure on a piece of coal to turn it into a diamond. You got to burn gold to purify it. So that's how we're being done and being in this truth, man. But the Lord gonna put pressure on us. You know, King David said, "Try my reins." You know what I'm saying? Lord, King David was asking for that pressure because that's gonna prove his innocence. All right, prove his integrity. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. It says, "A faithful friend is the medicine of life."
The medicine of life. We become the physicians on the earth because what? The whole head is sick. So now we become the purification of Israel through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And it says, "And they that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai shall find him."
And those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai shall find them. And guess what else you're gonna find? You're gonna find yourself. How many times you got people that say, I need to find myself. Women say it all the time, I need to find myself. But when we find Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we find ourselves, man. That's why we got to know who Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is in order to know who we are. As being among the elect. We have to understand who he is, so we're supposed to understand who we are. That was already 17?
This is 17.
Okay.
Verse 17, it says, "Whoso feareth the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also."
So shall his neighbor be also. So shall his friend. So we're gonna become. We all different characters. We all come from different walks of life. But the root of us, we're all the same. All of us are the same. We become one being, one unit, part of the one body of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Not that camp, but I'm talking about the church. The true worshipers. Yeah, the true worshipers. I gotta clarify. You got some goofies on YouTube sometimes. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm done. Somebody get Sirach chapter 7. Go ahead.
Luke 22 and 28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations.
And we're still continuing with the Lord today, right now, as we speak, on the highways and byways, on doing these lessons. You know, standing 10 toes, standing on business for the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, facing the troubles of the world, right? Fighting against the troubles of the world, fighting the spiritual battle against Esau. You know, two-thirds of our people won't even know the value of us walking this earth because we, as Yahushua gives us an opportunity at salvation, we're here to give 2/3 of our people an opportunity into the kingdom because guess what? They're going to be born in there through us. Being part of the first fruits, Lord, whether I'm part of that number, I'm going to claim it all the way to the end. I'm going to keep saying that. Because what does the scripture say? Put on as the elect. Study to show thyself approved, man. You know, give all diligence to make your calling and election sure. You know, we got to do this, you know. Yes, it's about our works, our lessons that we do, but it's also about our lifestyle too. Like what type of individual are you behind after when the camera's turned off? How does the world see you? Because the more the world hates you, that's because they see your value and your worth and they despise it. That's why you get hit with, who do you think you are? I don't know. I know who the Lord thinks I am. But I think I'm whoever the Lord thinks I am. Bottom line. Somebody have a precept on him? Oh, go ahead.
John chapter 15, verse 14 and 15. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
Right. And the Lord commanded us to come out here and teach. His friends are going to be out here on the highways and byways. In season and out of season. They ain't going to take no time off. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knows not what his lords do.
Like the servants ain't going to know. You got a lot of servants out here. Right? But check this out. Let's go back to the Valley of the Dry Bones. Right? They stood up a great exceeding army. Right? But some of those that stood up were just servants. They weren't friends of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But he put like I said before, he put the breath in his friends. Go ahead.
But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
All right, so I'm glad to be a friend of Yahushua because I know some stuff. I know some stuff. It was given it to me. I'm not saying I opened the book and oh, there it is right there and broke it down. No, I was able to be taught by the elders and the apostles. You know, that's how I came in. You know, I heard a little voice. That voice directed me to Zaquan, or Herawan, right? And our Herawan directed me to the apostles. And the apostles and our Herawan directed me to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so I know some stuff. So I know the Lord's dealing with me. Why? Because I'm able to be taught. I was able to be humble. Just like these brothers up here, just like we all are. So that's how we got to take pride in what we know. You know, because a lot of people don't know what we know. You know, and what we know is a token unto our salvation.
Hey, what I've learned is, man, if you say you're nobody, everybody will believe you. If you say you're somebody, you're gonna have a challenge.
Hey, you know what? And we don't have to prove that we somebody because the Lord proving it for us.
Yeah, and what I've learned is you don't have to prove that you're nobody either.
Literally, I see what you did there. Yeah. I see what you did there. I caught that one. I caught it.
Because they will allow it.
Come. So at the end of the day, understanding what I know, what I was able to be taught, I know what treasure that was bestowed upon me by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that's a beautiful thing. And me understanding that I have to secure those treasures. What do you do with treasures? You put them away in the vault, right? That vault is in my mind, and I hold on to them. So when I go through affliction, and these perverse thoughts try to enter into my mind, I go into that vault and take out the things that I know, and do lessons on them, and let because 9 times out of 10, if I'm going through that, somebody else is going through it too. So they're gonna need a helping hand. So guess what? I'm holding on to the hand of Yahushua, and I can hold on to their hand. That's the, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. Each one reach one, teach one. So we bear the infirmities of our brothers. So that's how we comfort one another through these words, by doing these lessons, man. So we're able to give hope to those that are looking for hope. And that hope comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 24. 7 and 24? Yeah. Start at 22.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 22. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding spirit.
An understanding spirit, right? You have to have that understanding spirit in order to be friends of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and this right here is going to tell you. Go ahead.
Holy, one only, manifold, subtle.
Holy, one only, manifold, all right.
Lively, clear.
All right, so hey, wait, hold on. He said we shall be quickened, right? Lively. Chaya, to be quickened, to be brought back alive. We're brought back alive through this word. Through the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're revived because we were dead through sins and trespasses before. And Yahushua, through his sacrifice, gave us an opportunity to open the door to salvation, and he signified it through the truth, according to John 17 and 17. Go ahead.
Come on. Lively, clear, undefiled.
Oh, clear. Hold that right there. Hold that right there. Somebody get Revelations, what is it, 22? What is it, 22 or 21?
We tomorrow.
clear crystal.
22 verse 1.
22 verse 1.
Okay, this is Revelation 22 verse 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal.
Ooh, clear. Clear. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, that wisdom coming down unto his elect.
Gone. And also too, hey, shit, it's not going to be any confusion about, well, I believe this camp and that camp got a little bit of truth. Nah, man, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai have men set aside for himself, all right, throughout the four corners of the earth that has the full totality of the truth, man. So that's what's going to make it clear. It's not going to be any division within it, man. Or I feel like, or I think, or none of this. No, the Lord said this, the Lord said that. All right, hey, that's it. That's all, man.
Yea be yea and nay be nay.
Come. It says, and he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb.
Clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb. And where did it come from? From that point, it came down unto the elect, man. All right, we'll go back into that. So it said that wisdom is clear. So where does it come from? It's above. It's holy, separated, sanctified. All right?
It says lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good.
Ooh, so listen. We feel hurt going through this persecution, but the wisdom that we have is not subject to hurt. So we use that to heal those wounds that we go through through our persecution. All right? So we have the ointment to heal. Now, as we out here healing others, we got to heal ourselves. We got to hold on to the words that we tell everybody else to hold on, that we're teaching to everybody else, that we're using as ointment to heal them. We got to heal ourselves with these same words. Go ahead.
It says, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast.
How other way can you show kindness? There's no other way to show kindness but through his word. Go ahead.
It says kind, verse 23, Wisdom of Solomon 7, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding.
Right. Going through all understanding, because guess what? It says kind to man. Why is it so kind to man? Because the Lord Yahweh Shai used that wisdom to what? To heal the elect that were broken. All right, so he didn't come down here as a dictator trying to break even more to something that was already broken or bruised. All right, and he didn't come down here to put out the fire of the ones that were already out here doing it, right? But he came to heal and to push. You got your phone?
It says, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 51 and verse 17. It says, the sacrifices of Yahweh are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart, O Yahweh, thou wilt not despise.
He will not despise, right? So he sent his wisdom down here to heal that. All right, go ahead. I want to bring that point out.
It says pure and most subtle spirits. Verse 24. It says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion.
More moving than any motion, boy. Wisdom is more moving than the wind, boy. Go ahead.
God, can't be stopped, man.
Can't be stopped.
It says she passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
Everything got a part of wisdom to it.
Hey, damn, come on, man. That make you think it's more moving than any motion. Like, it can't literally be like, you just can't keep it in one spot, man. Shit, it has to be spread around. So therefore, like, if you withholding that wisdom, and that wisdom is gonna leave you and go somewhere else so it can be dispersed, man.
Right. So it's better to be a wisdom bender.
Yeah, God.
Like, you're using it, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Huh?
More than a conqueror.
Come on. So we use the wisdom to exalt Yahweh by Shem Shai beyond measure, because wisdom is beyond measure. He created wisdom. So how much more powerful is he, the one that created wisdom? That's crazy. Go ahead. Somebody has said something back there?
Yeah, I said appreciate it. Go ahead. This is Sirach chapter 4, verse 23. It says, and refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. So when there's time to speak, when there's time to bring forth the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, don't refrain from speaking. You know, unless the Lord tell you to shut your face. But other than that, if it's an opportunity, you speak and don't hide your wisdom in its beauty. Don't hide your wisdom. Don't hide it.
We almost done anyway.
putting your light under a candle. When the Lord puts something on your plate to do, or put something on your agenda to do, and you don't handle up on that, that's trimming your light. That's being that's pulling against the leash. Trying to do your own thing. No, we out here to warn our people whether they here for burial. We don't need that blood on our hands.
Right, that's putting the candle up under a bushel, man. You don't want to cover the light up.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:25. It says, for she is the breath of the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
The wisdom is the breath of the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
And the pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
I'll wait to see what you're going to do. Therefore can no defiled thing fall unto her, man. So she's going to flee. She's going to flee for anything that's defiled. So you have to be undefiled in order to be able for wisdom to deal with you and dwell in you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Yeah, it's like a river. They can't even get to the river. Yeah, that's that river that's flowing from the Lord, teeming with life. And they can't have part in that life.
Damn, they created a dam for themselves, man. The flow ain't coming
cut
through.
the flow off the river.
So they won't fall into their water.
All right. Verse 26, Wisdom of Solomon 7. It says, verse 26, it says, for she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High.
The unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High. We look into that mirror, like, bro, ain't nothing. Everything on this earth is a witness to the existence of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, no matter how man wants to try to defile it. But everything is an image of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
The sun and the moon again.
Done. A reflection. The reflection. See it? And we become part of that reflection when the Lord shines upon us. We reflect that light unto the earth. Being lower levels of light on the earth. Keep going.
It says the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High and the image of his goodness.
And the image of his goodness. We become that, when that wisdom dwells within us, we become the image of his goodness, man. So knowing that, who could turn us from the love of, who could separate us from the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Knowing what he done put in us. Nothing. Keep going.
Verse 27, and being but one.
What's she do?
She can do all things. And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new.
How are we made new? How are we made new creatures? The wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua being enter into holy soul. And say, when enter into holy soul from the womb, somebody got that? Enter into the holy soul, that spirit, the Holy Spirit enters the holy soul from the womb. You know what I'm talking about?
I got you. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, and verse 14. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
It was created with the faithful in the womb. So we had this from birth, even though we went through the course of this earth, right? And we had, it was our mindset that was thrown off from birth, but we already had that spirit already within us, because why? The Lord put that spirit within us from the womb. That's what he told Jeremiah. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
So the Lord, listen, the Lord, we was the friends with the Lord in the beginning when we was in our mother's womb, regardless of what we did in the past before we got into the truth. Go ahead.
It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
Ordained us a prophet unto the nations, man. That's going back, and the trees are for the leaves of the trees for the healing of the nations, man.
Hey, come on, man. If you think about it, man, hey, you have that good friend. You know, even if you've seen it in a TV show, it's always that one friend that knows that friend more than the person knows himself, man. And that's the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Shit, he knew we was gonna be his friend before we even knew we was gonna be his friend, man. So therefore, shit, hey, man, what more should we do to, uphold his will, man? Shit, he told us that we're gonna be prophets. Shit, we gotta fulfill that statement that he made. We have no choice but to do so, man. Because guess what? He says his word's not going to return to him void, man.
Right.
So therefore, whether we like it or not, hey, shit, matter of fact, just like the elder told me some years ago, man. Like when I first got in the truth, you're like, hey, you don't got no choice. Shit, you gonna be great, man. I'm like, shit, what? You can't fathom it, man. You can't understand it, but you got to go with the flow, man.
That's it. Just go with the flow. All right, go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in a Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. And that's, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai make you a new man when you understand this truth, when he give this truth and understanding to you. The old man is put away, and you become that new creature in Yahweh Shema Shai through the Spirit.
And that old man was really the character that was created through your walks of life before you enter that threshold of becoming into the truth. Because that new man was already there, but you had to change that mindset.
Verse 27, Wisdom of Solomon 7. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself.
Okay, now, being but one, she can do all things. And what's one thing she can also do? Help us through our infirmities when we're going through this persecution, when we go through this affliction. Wisdom is what's going to set us through. Wisdom is going to help us through all the way to the end. And that wisdom comes from the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
It says, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls.
From the womb. Go ahead.
She maketh them friends of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and prophets.
Man, so that's how we become friends of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through his wisdom, through that river of water, clear as crystal, flowing out of the throne of Yahweh unto the Lamb, dispersed unto his elect as a river. All right, go ahead.
Verse 28, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
So how do you know if the Lord loves a certain individual? You'll know him by the fruits that he bears, by the wisdom by his speech. He's gonna be known by his speech, because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man. The Father's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahushua. America's about to be destroyed. And knowledge and wisdom shall be the disability of that time and strength of salvation. We're going to know who the Lord's anointed is when that time comes, when shit starts, when furniture moving a little bit, when shit starts getting rearranged real heavily, we're going to know who the ones chosen by the Lord is. We're going to know it's going to be exposed. And guess what? The ones that were not, the enemies of the Lord, are going to be exposed also. All right, go ahead.
Verse 29, for she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of the stars.
So having that within us, how beautiful does that make us? It says, how beautiful are the feet of those that lead many to righteousness, man. Because we what? We bear that wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom.
After this cometh night, right? We're in the nighttime right now. But even though we're in the night, we got the little torches, because why? We carry that wisdom. So when Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when Yahushua is looking down on the earth, sitting on the right hand side of the Father on his throne, right? He's seeing the little speckles of light. Those are the ones that were given the wisdom of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
That was it.
All right, because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that they're the children of Israel, the Most High Yahweh's chosen people. All right, any more precepts? Go ahead.
It's Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is the lamp, and the law is light. The reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
You can speak on it.
And Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given us correction by giving us his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, showing us how we need to be moving versus how we were moving before we had him in our lives.
Good. Yeah, that's basically it, man. Y'all, what's up? You got one? All right, anybody got some precepts down here? All right.
We got one down here.
All right, go ahead.
It's in Proverbs. It's in Proverbs chapter 17, verse 24. A man that have friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
That's beautiful. A man that has friends must show himself friendly. All right. So you gotta understand, meaning being humble like Yahweh Shai, man. That's all. That's what I mean. You have to have that same knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and have that same compassion for the church. You have to show yourself. And there's a friend that exceeded a brother, man. So we become those type of friends to each other and to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Can you imagine a friend being a friend to the Lord? That's still like, that's still just kind of baffling. Not baffling, but like who am I to be a friend? But I'm somebody. Like, you have one, y'all, what's up? Okay. All right.
Psalm chapter 90, verse 12. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our heart unto wisdom.
Okay, we apply. Like, hey, I'm telling you right now, the days are numbered. We see these prophecies coming to pass, so we should have been applying our minds to wisdom, man.
Right. And I'm gonna say this too, man. You basically, we're nobody till the Lord calls our name. Once He calls our name, now we're somebody.
With that, we're gonna drop the microphone. Oh, you got a precept? Go ahead, bring it up. Go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 22. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise, also he that is called being free is Hamashiach's servant. Ye are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men. So
go ahead, no.
Now I'm just bring that out, man, because he paid the ultimate price to bring us out of that the chains of darkness, man. Right? For us to be good, humble servants of the Lord, man, and also be His friends, man. But He paid that price for us to be brought out of that chains of darkness.
Right, bro. I mean, we're still in these bodies, but we're not being led by these bodies anymore. We've been led by the Spirit of the Lord, and that's beautiful. And that's being led out of danger. All right. If there ain't any more precepts. All right, and that's the conclusion of the lesson. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying and serves its purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the true friends of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, and at this time we're gonna give all glory and praise to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit of truth. We're gonna say, Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Ha, Rakah, Kadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and our elder Herawan as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, His true friend. Shalom.
Shalom. DTA, keep pushing.